Welcome back to our channel. Today, we are diving into one of the most pivotal events of World War II, the Battle for Moscow. You might be wondering why Operation Barbarossa, Hitler's audacious plan to conquer the Soviet capital, failed. Well, the answer is not as simple as it may seem. In this video, we'll uncover the strategic mistakes, the harsh winter, and the determined resistance that led to the downfall of the German forces. Stick around to the end to find out how this failure marked a turning point in the war. And if you enjoy this content, don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Let's get started. The Battle of Moscow holds a significant place in the annals of World War II. It was a battle that decided the fate of not only the Soviet Union but the entire course of the war. Operation Barbarossa, the German invasion of the Soviet Union, was a grand plan conceived by Adolf Hitler to crush the Soviet forces and capture Moscow, dealing a crippling blow to Joseph Stalin's regime. However, despite its initial successes, Operation Barbarossa ultimately failed in its objective of capturing Moscow. In this part of the article, we will delve into the various reasons behind the failure of this ambitious military operation. One of the primary reasons for the failure of Operation Barbarossa was the resilience and determination of the Soviet people. The German forces encountered fierce resistance as they advanced deeper into Soviet territory. The Soviet soldiers, despite being outgunned and outnumbered, fought with unparalleled courage and resilience. They utilized their knowledge of the harsh Russian winter and the vastness of the terrain to their advantage, launching guerrilla-style attacks and retreating when necessary. This tenacious defense by the Soviet troops slowed down the German advance, thwarting their plans of a swift victory. Another crucial factor that contributed to the failure of Operation Barbarossa was the logistical challenges faced by the German forces. The vastness of the Soviet Union presented immense difficulties in terms of supplying the troops with food, fuel, and ammunition. The German army, ill-prepared for such a vast and demanding campaign, struggled to maintain its supply lines. The harsh Russian winter exacerbated these challenges, with freezing temperatures causing equipment malfunctions and making the transport of supplies even more arduous. This logistical nightmare severely hampered the German forces' ability to sustain their offensive and ultimately contributed to their downfall. Furthermore, the Soviet Union's vast industrial capacity played a significant role in the failure of Operation Barbarossa. Despite suffering heavy losses in the initial stages of the invasion, the Soviet Union's ability to mass-produce weapons, tanks, and aircraft proved crucial in turning the tide of the battle. The Soviet factories, situated far beyond the reach of the German forces, churned out an impressive number of war machines, enabling the Red Army to replenish its ranks and mount counteroffensives. This industrial might, coupled with the Soviet Union's vast manpower resources, proved to be a formidable obstacle for the German invaders. Additionally, the harsh Russian winter, famously known as the General Winter, played a decisive role in the failure of Operation Barbarossa. The German army, ill-prepared for the extremely low temperatures, found itself bogged down in snow and ice. The freezing conditions rendered their equipment ineffective, with tanks and aircraft suffering from mechanical failures and frostbite affecting the soldiers. The weather acted as a natural ally for the Soviets, as they had acclimatized to the harsh winter conditions and were better equipped to wage war in such an environment. The brutal winter halted the German advance, giving the Soviet Union much-needed respite and time to regroup. Another critical factor in the failure of Operation Barbarossa was the overextension of German forces. Hitler's decision to divert resources to other military campaigns, such as the invasion of Greece and the Balkans, strained the German war machine. This diversion of troops and resources weakened the German forces on the Eastern Front and stretched their supply lines even further. With their forces spread thin, the Germans were unable to concentrate their efforts on capturing Moscow, leaving them vulnerable to Soviet counterattacks. In conclusion, Operation Barbarossa failed in its objective of capturing Moscow due to a combination of factors. The resilience of the Soviet people, the logistical challenges faced by the German forces, the Soviet Union's industrial capacity, the harsh Russian winter, and the overextension of German forces all contributed to the ultimate failure of this grand military operation. The Battle of Moscow stands as a testament to the indomitable spirit of the Soviet Union and its ability to withstand and repel the German onslaught.